Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Greyhounds and the Thunder. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Brett Sanders, a Mississippi native, will be on the mound in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, in this day and age where we're all into numbers and statistics, look at this whip, 1.10 or less. He has a sub 1.1. That's not an easy thing to do, especially in today's game where we see teams scoring a lot of runs. He doesn't walk very many guys, and he doesn't give up that many hits either. This is a real good pitcher and should be fun to watch pitch in this one.
Brian Mack is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. Dan, D-Row, we take a look at our home nine as they take the field here today. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Hey, Matty V, we're taking a look at a team right here, D-Row. Through 5 games of this homestand, they're 3-2. I know they were expecting more, but they'd like to win this one here today and get that up to 4-2 on this homestand.
Yeah, this is an important one right here. You don't want to go 500 first 6 games, especially at home. On the road, you can deal with it. At home, this is a must-win.
Striding into the box, Albert Montalvo. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now here's the pitch.
That's the ball.
Montalvo is a strong defender playing up the middle in the infield. He's got great hands, good range, the big arm, and those skills are not lost on his teammates, his coaches, or his front office for that matter.
Yeah, he has the ability. What I love about this ball player, he's got such a great internal clock. It seems like it's bang bang at first every time, but the guy's out. He's got sure hands and an accurate throwing arm.
Now here's the pitch. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Offered at that breaking ball below the zone, and that's a tough one to spit on. But the key is recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's hand earlier and making sure that it goes up before it comes down. More likely to be a hanger when that's the case.
Hit down the line at first. He's got it, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
The center fielder.
Stepping up now, Charles Burns. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Let's get it going, boys. Somebody's loose, hitting 98 with ease in the first inning.
Oh, 1, here's the pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count. 0-2. Two out, nobody on. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Classic strikeout pitch right there on 0-2. It's the one we know he loves going to, but great recognition to lay off in that spot.
1-2, here it comes. That misses. It's to 2-2 now with 2 away here in the top of the first.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
He chases out of the zone for strike 3, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. Eric Hill gets the ball in game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard soft, you can go in and out, and anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Stepping into the box, Brian Cannon. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The left fielder, Brian.
Here's the pitch.
Cannon.
Dan Dero, as we take a look at our visiting club as they take the field in this scoreless ball game. They come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, this is the big one right here. They've split the first 2 games of this series. You want to steal one right here and be feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, Dero, I think one of the things you want to do, you get to the 3rd game, you'd like to win this series and finish it off by winning game 3. It's always nice to win a series, whether it's at home or on the road. So this is a big one for this ball club.
Michael Lopez.
At the plate, Michael Lopez. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. Now here's the pitch. And this is cut on and missed below the knees, and it's 0-1.
Now you could tell right there that curveball had some serious depth to it. That's what separates the good ones from the bad ones. That nasty spin rate, get that downward action. You even get a star player like this swinging at something in the dirt.
And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
That's popped up. Diaz is calling for it, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Batting first, the second baseman, Tiny Ryan.
Stepping up to the plate, Tiny Ryan. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Hey, Dero, you better be ready to swing, particularly at that low pitch. Freddie Ferguson, low ball umpire.
Yeah, it makes it tough on the offense. I was a guy who liked the low ball, but that usually means those guys are susceptible to that slider in the dirt. You have to see the ball up, and this guy doesn't give you a chance.
A bouncer to the left side. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So here's the cleanup hitter, Jody Boudreau. He was hitless in the shutout last night.
Jody Boudreau.
Here's the first pitch to him.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
Now the 1-0. There's a breaking ball that's taken for a ball.
I can't tell you how big a pitch that is right there to be called the ball. 2-0 as an offensive player, man, it's almost 70% fastball. 1-1, he opens up the entire arsenal to get you out.
2-1. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball. Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. 3-1 to him now. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. This is driven to right, and no doubt about it, that one's way out of here. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 7 home runs for him on the year now. As they get on the board first, it's 1-0.
Two home runs in 3 days? I'd say he's seeing the ball pretty well right now. I think it's time to start pitching around this guy.
Now in the box, Irving Pike. And he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty here. Nobody out. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch, bang.
These guys are pros and they're tough, but I know that one hurt. He'll never show it, though. Too much pride at stake.
Diaz.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Glenn Diaz, is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Here comes the first pitch.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0. Now a throw over to first, and he'll get back in standing. And another throw over. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Ready with the 2-0. Lifted the other way to left center. Long run for the center fielder, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second.
Man, he's seeing it like a beach ball right now. Even his soft contact is finding holes there.
He's making it nearly impossible for a pitcher right now. Up, down, in and out, hard, soft. Anything you throw forward to home plate, this guy seems to somehow be able to find a hole.
Robert Glass stands in as he looks at a called strike. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
Well, I'll tell you, if he wants to turn things around, that pitch is one he's going to have to start locating a lot better.
The ballman 2 strikes. Pike on second. Diaz on at first with nobody out. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however, to second for 1. Return throw is in time. And what do you know? They do get the double play.
Oh, that double play gave him a really good chance to minimize the damage here. 1 run has come across, but now he just has to work to strand that runner at third. Would be pretty huge if he can do that.
So coming to the plate, Joey Barnhart, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit weakly back to the mound. Throw to first in time, and the big inning is avoided as the side is retired. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. On now to the bottom of the second. The Greyhounds on top 1-0. Now to the plate, Mike Hayes. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Mike Hayes.
First delivery to him on the way. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Bottom part of the zone, a good changeup gets the call. The 1-1 home. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. Got caught lunging there as this one's fouled away. The 1-2. High in the air out to center field. Burns is there, and he has it for the first out.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Hale.
Digging in, Hal Hale. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First offering on its way.
That's a ball.
4-1. One out, nobody on. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
Outside, 3-0 now.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
Here it is, the 3-0. And he misses, ball 4.
And with the bases empty, you don't feel bad about walking that guy. He's capable of taking deep every time he digs in, so it's not the worst thing in the world to work around him if you can.
So digging in now, Milton Otto. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. From the stretch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Runners on first with one down. He's running. In there. Now the throw. Not in time. He's in there at second. Now the 1-1 pitch.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Now the 2-1 pitch. One out and a runner on second base. Takes this the other way to right. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he'll pull in there with a one-out double.
That was a great job of driving that ball, extending his arms very well, was able to get it over the right fielder's head, one-hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you don't even feel coming off the bat.
At the plate, Blake Hamby, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Hit in the air out to left. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly as that'll square things at 1-1. So striding forward now, Orlando Ayala, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First offering on its way. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. He's set. The 0-1. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
He has to be greedy working the outside of this strike zone. He cannot allow this guy to get back in this count, especially with the pitcher on deck.
2 out here and a runner at second. And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We played 2 full, all tied at 1-1. So here now's the pitcher, Eric Hill. 9-1-2 due up.
Eric Hill.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Well, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Yeah, good luck. But hey, a high fastball all of a sudden becomes really dangerous for a pitcher if it's not spotted above the zone. A little height difference makes all the difference.
Edge of the zone that time taken and ruled a strike. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone.
Well, there's the great equalizer, the changeup, El Cambio. Listen, if you can keep that pitch in your back pocket and pull it out when you need it, like he did right there, usually hitters, they don't stand a chance.
At the plate now, Brian Mack. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The windup and the 1-0 pitch.
2 balls, no strikes.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Well, this next pitch is a big one. The last thing you want to do is give a free pass to a guy that can run like this. He's a real burner out there on the base paths.
And he lost him here on 4 pitches. So a speed merchant is aboard now with 1 away.
3 of those pitches were definitely out of the zone, but that last pitch looked pretty darn good to me. You're not usually going to get many favorable calls on 3-0, though. You have to earn that spot.
Ready for another chance? Albert Montalvo. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll 2.
Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Pitch misses. The throw down. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
You don't see that very often against this guy. This guy has one of the best arms in the game, but still a successful steal of second base.
The 2-0 on the way.
That's ball 3.
Part of the order on deck, so keeping this 2-hole hitter off the bags is always important.
Here it comes. The 3-0 is taken. Strike 1.
I got 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Looked like ball 4 there, but instead it's 3-2 now.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
Not in time, as the offline throw allows him to get in there easily.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Charles Burns. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Runners are at first and third, 1 away. Close there, but he doesn't get the call with the breaking ball.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
As a manager, you never really want to put a man on by a hit by pitch, but you absolutely hate to have it happen when it loads the bases. Now the pitcher is looking a little shaky, and the threat of a big inning is very real.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Bases are loaded here. 1 man out. A good tailing fastball for a strike. 1-1.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
Here's the 1-1 delivery.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Now the 2-1 pitch. There's a fastball taken high for a ball.
He drilled the previous batter, and now he falls behind 3-1 to this guy. The last thing you can do, though, is throw a fastball middle of the plate right here.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
He's going to step out of the box, adjust his bat and gloves, and pray he gets the exact same pitch as that one. Because if it comes again, we like to refer to that one in the biz as a cement mixer.
Working for the punch out and the offering. And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now.
Now back, left fielder.
Coming to the plate now, Irving Height. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
And it's fouled away. Comes set, the 0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Boy, his pitch count has really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The 1-2 pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Racing back, the right fielder. Gone! It's a grand slam. So 1 swing, and he unloads the bases on that one. Home run number 2 for him on the year, and it's suddenly a 5-1 ball game.
They were so close to getting out of this mess. 2 outs, 2 strikes, but then the grand slam gave him something could handle, and he pays for it dearly.
Into the box now, Glenn Diaz. As he'll take a look at the pitch, too low. It's ball 1. A base hit in his first trip. Now the 1-0. Hit in the air to shallow center. Hale onto the grass. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. But the damage was done right here as you get another look at the grand slam home run. We play 2.5. The Greyhounds are out in front here, 5-1. Leading off the inning, Brett Sanders, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want.
And he'll get over to... Oh, it kicks off his glove. How did he do that? So some real problems out there that time as it'll wind up in E7. Runner at second now as a result of the error. And next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Brian Cannon. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Pulled the fastball down a little too much there. That's ball 1. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. A runner at second, nobody out. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. A line shot to third base, and the runner gets back. No double play.
The third baseman, number 8, Michael Lopez.
Striding in, Michael Lopez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch.
Oh, that's pitch out.
A throw behind the runner at second, and he'll dive back in safely. Now the 1-0 is swung on and missed. Strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
A 1-1. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone to protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
So now to the plate, Tiny Ryan, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. From the stretch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Height is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. All set for the start of the inning, and here comes the first baseman, Robert Glass.
Robert Glass.
Pitch on the way.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
Took something off the curveball there, 76 miles an hour. It's 0-2.
After 2 great pitches, he has a lot of options right now. He could bounce something or go elevated fastball.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
This is the kind of at-bat where your hitting coach grabs you on the way back to the dugout to have a little chat about your approach. Not a lot of positives to draw from that at-bat when you take 2 strikes and then you chase one out of the zone to go down on only 3 pitches.
To the plate now, Joey Barnhart, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. A ball and a strike.
Boy, he center cut that fastball. It comes in the high 90s, but that's a dangerous location no matter how hard you're throwing.
1 out, nobody on. Lifted in the air out to center field. Cambier is there, 2 gone.
The pitcher, number 44, Eric Hill.
Now at the plate, Eric Hill. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Now that third baseman, Brian Mack.
Ready once again, Brian Mack. He's 0 for 1 thus far. From the stretch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. 5-1 our score as we play the 4th here. And this is high, a ball and a strike. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
Just off the inside part of the plate. It's 3-1.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Ready for another shot now, Albert Montalvo. First delivery to him on the way. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Leading off the inning, Mike Hayes. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Mike Hayes.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Ball inside.
The 1-0 home.
2-0. Hey!
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Hal Hale will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And it's 1-1.
This guy uses that 2-seamer to set up his other pitches. 2-seamer in, breaking ball away.
The 1-1 home.
2 balls, 1 strike to count.
Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. The 2-2. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Center fielder looking up, and it's gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center, number 13 for him on the year, and it's now a 5-2 game.
Most pitchers aren't going to throw this guy much of a fastball to try to challenge him because this guy can hit him a mile just like he did with that swing right there. Impressive power.
Standing in now, Milton Otto, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. That evens it up 1-1. Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2.
Wow, that changeup is an absolute beaut. They call it the great equalizer for a reason.
On the ground to the left side. Reined in. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting, number 54.
Standing in, Blake Hamby. He's 2 for 7 in the series so far. Here comes the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. Popped up. Mack in foul ground, and this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This is pulled into right. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
In now, Orlando Ayala. Well hit. Deep down the right field line. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Comes set and the 0-1. Now here's a drive out to right center field. In at second safely as a run also comes in to score, making it a 2-run ball game. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. At the plate now, Brett Sanders. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. It comes in 0 for 1 on the day thus far after reaching on an error his first time up. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in a run.
Struck him out. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. Saturn is out in front, 5-3. Into the box now, Charles Burns. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. Nope. And he lays off for ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
I'm sure he's frustrated by that call. Probably could have been a strike, but at the same time, earning strikes from the umpire is a real thing. If you've been all over the place like he has, you're just not going to get much help from the umpires.
Down the first baseline.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
Little too much bite on the slider that time, taken outside. Fouled off. The 2-2 one more time. Now a changeup hit on the ground to shortstop. Fielded cleanly, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The right fielder, number 18, Jody Boudreau.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jody Boudreau will swing it from the left side right here.
Well, this isn't his more accomplished side. As a general rule, he's a much better hitter from the right side, but they're looking for him to come through here, swinging the bat left-handed.
Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. The 1-2 is a changeup that's looked at for a ball. Line drive to center field. Hamby is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Now batting, the left fielder, Irving Pike.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Irving Pike. He's already got 4 RBIs in this one.
This is a close one so far, but really go back to that last at bat. That grand slam he hit really kept him in this game.
1-0 the count. Ripped on the ground to first, and that is through into right field for a single. Throw into second. Throw won't get him.
Again, with 2 outs, the pitcher was mentally in the dugout already. Now he's got to regroup and find a way to get out of this. Hard not to feel for the guy.
Now batting, Glenn Diaz. He flew out in his last at-bat. From the belt, the pitch.
Outside, that's the ball.
And he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. Lopez is there, and the side is retired. Bottom of the inning now, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Brian Hannon.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Sliced hard on the ground. Scooped up. No problem here. 1 away.
The third baseman,
Good range shown off into the hole right there. That's not an easy play, but these guys make it look that way sometimes.
So stepping in, Michael Lopez. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Now it's 2-0.
2-0.
Here's the pitch.
3 balls, no strike.
Hey, curveball that kind of backed up on him right there. Might have popped out of his hand just a little bit earlier than he intended.
Bases are empty, 1 man out.
Yeah.
3-1. And he takes ball 4, so he's on, and as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
Now batting, the second baseman, Tiny.
At the plate, Tiny Ryan. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. On its way is pitch number 75. Fly ball out toward left center field. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Catcher number 2, Mike Hayes.
Into the box, Mike Hayes, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
2-0 count, the pitch.
He's going to be thinking about that pitch all night if he doesn't have a big game right here. Pulled his front shoulder and everything went with it.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Left fielder is on the move. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out.
Shortstop, Hale.
Into the box now, Hal Hale.
Boy, this guy right here, that last AD, how about straightaway center field? He hits a bomb, and as a pitcher, you're trying to pitch to the big part of the ballpark. But a guy like this, if he has pop to hit it out to center field, I might have to think pitching this guy down and away down on the corner.
A ball and no strikes, here it is. Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner. So far this season, with runners in scoring position, Hale brings in a batting average resting just under .320, and will look to inch closer to that mark with a base hit here.
His batting average right now certainly signifies that this guy is having a great year. I'm very interested to see how this guy finishes up.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Runners on first and third, 2 away. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. And he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
When a guy homers off you early in the game, the last thing you want to do is challenge him and maybe have him do it again. He was a lot more careful with him there.
Now out of the dugout comes the manager as he'll make his way towards the mound. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart here, and you know he would have loved one more out to qualify for the win, but he's gone nonetheless after 4 2/3. Clyde Hicks answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases-loaded jam, but needs just 1 out to get out of it. First offering on its way. Milton Otto stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1. 2 out, bases loaded. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Clearly, this is a tough situation to be on the mound, but the key here is minimizing. They're up by 2, so if he could find a way to get out of this bases-loaded jam by only giving up 1 run, that would be clutch.
Here's the 1-2. Weak grounder back to the mound. And they get to force it home. Whatever works as the side is retired. Now at the plate, Robert Glass.
The first baseman.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
0-1's the count.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
The count now at 2-2. And he fouls this one off. Another try at 2-2. Line to shortstop, and there's one away.
Now batting, the catcher, Joey.
So striding in, Joey Barnhart. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
I got the count 1-2.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here. Take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning. Dave Baggett will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. A bit of a hanger, but it's laid off and called a strike. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. On his way to pitch number 100. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. 2 out, nobody on. The catcher wanted it down, and they got him to chase it for strike 2. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat.
Swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Jason Ross enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th. Leading off the inning, Blake Hamby, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Again, another foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
He went with the slider, but the hitter wasn't fooled for a second. Gets the barrel of the bat through the zone and rips it down the line for a leadoff double.
So now to the plate, Orlando Ayala, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here.
He tried the surprise attack there with a bunt with a runner on base. Hey, he gets thrown out, but it works just as good as a sacrifice.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Brett Sanders. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Diaz ranging into the outfield. He makes the catch, but here comes the runner from third. And he is safe on a close play at the plate, and it's back to 1 now at 5-4. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Brian Cannon. Here it comes. Hit sharply on the ground. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We're through. Striding in once again, Brian Mack, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Changeup stays outside and he's behind 2-0.
You know, sometimes it takes a pitcher a few pitches to get going, but those 2 pitches weren't even close. Falls behind in the count 2-0. It's time to start getting locked in.
This is pulled into right. And that'll get by and on through towards the wall. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
When you're leading by 1 run, you want to do everything you can to add to the lead and give your bullpen a little breathing room. It makes a big difference. So double here goes a long way towards making that a real possibility.
Aaron Kirk comes on now, and he'll take over with nobody out in inning number 7. Into the box now, Albert Montalvo, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. And it's fouled away. No one out with a runner at second. And a slider. Oh, got a favorable call on that one, as that's the first out of the inning. Digging in once again, Charles Burns. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. This pitch is popped up. Kirk has a play. But it's the first baseman that gets there to haul it in. And there are 2 gone now.
The right fielder.
Jody Boudreau will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning. We flash you back to take another look at a solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Lester Roper gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Leading off the inning, Michael Lopez, and they'll need him to get something going here.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
There's a strike with the breaking ball. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Here's the 1-1. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Now the pitch. To 2-2 now. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this will wind up being a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Hit hard down the left field line, but this is going to get fouled. The 3-2 one more time. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential time run here is aboard late in the game.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Ready now, Tiny Ryan. He singled his last time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And they'll play for the tie here as he puts this one down. And he is in there.
Well, he took a risk with the decision to throw to second instead of taking the sure out at first. Not sure if someone was yelling for him to go to second, but we know now it was the wrong call.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Mike Hayes. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a fastball called for a strike on the inside corner.
This guy loves to drop the head on those pitches down and in. I'm shocked he went in there, but he's able to jump ahead and get away with it.
Here comes the 0-1. This is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. One away. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Hal Hale is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. He's set. Here's the 0-1.
Ball. Look out, 1-1.
Hit to third. Reined in. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Ready to begin the 8th, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Irving Pike.
Irving Pike.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
At the ball.
Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now back, second baseman. Diaz.
Stepping in, Glenn Diaz. First offering on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. One out, nobody on. Fouled away. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Pitch on the way. And here's a good sinker now, but it misses. 3-2. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. The next 3-2. Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. He'll try it again. 3-2. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Fielded cleanly. And he'll whip this one over to first. And he gets his man for the second out. And in a 5-4 game, let's give you a look at the starter comparison to see how these two guys stack up against one another. At the plate, Robert Glass. Here's the first pitch to him.
Hey. 1-1.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Called strike in a dangerous location there. 1-2.
Wow, not sure what they're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle center cut. Tough pitch to take.
Count even at 2-2. Pitch on the way. Line toward the alley in left center. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
Hey guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up and he was able to put good wood on it.
At the plate, Joey Barnhart, as he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Circle change here, but it's taken for ball 2. He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
Here's the game within the game. You have a better matchup on deck. You got a 3-1 count in this situation. Don't be afraid to put him on base and attack the next guy.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Not definitely a fastball swing there, but a good time for the changeup. It's full. 3-2.
Hey, there was great arm action on that 3-1 changeup right here. He's got this guy thinking. That's the beauty right now. We go to a full count. Do you sit changeup or do you stay with the heater?
Boy, oh boy, that's a tough one for the pitcher. He's definitely wondering where the heck was that pitch. I think he called it high, but our strike zone says otherwise.
Jeremy Simmons will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Scooped up on the second for the force out, and the side is retired. Jason Haig is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth. Leading off the inning, Milton Otto, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Milton Otto.
Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Now here it comes. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
That has to make you feel really good as a pitcher, right? You're making pitches all around the zone, and then you bring that one inside. You can't do anything with it. What does it do? It just locks you up inside. You have no chance to put the ball in play.
To the plate now, Blake Hamby. As he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. Burns is there, 2 gone.
The batter, the right fielder, Orlando Ayala.
Stepping in, Orlando Ayala. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance.
And not easy to do in today's game. High velocity, exploding breaking stuff. He executed that sac bunt perfectly.
Easy take there as the off-speed pitch misses well inside. In there, and it's even at 1. Up high, 2-1 now. 2 out, nobody on. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. And he lays off, ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Wow, if that's not a strike, I don't know what is. I know these subs have a tough job. I get it. We'll see if he gets the next borderline call or if there are any makeup calls coming up.
Andrew Arellano come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. That hits the outside corner. It's strike 1.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1.
Count is 1 and 2.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. Runners on the move for second. And another foul ball. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Walls enters from the pen to start the ninth inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the ninth. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Brian Mack. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get. Maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Here comes the 1-0.
2-0.
Outside with that delivery, and it's 3-0 now. And he gets the call there, 3-1. 4 pitches, all takes. He's showing a lot of patience here.
And I like that from a guy like him, Eddie. He can do a lot of damage on a base pass with his legs, so there's no reason for him to get overly aggressive if he's not getting anything to handle.
And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the ninth.
He's really struggled with his command in this game, no doubt about it. But to make things worse, he just lost one of the fastest guys in the ballpark.
Stepping into the box, Albert Montalvo. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Only play to the pitcher covering, and the runner moves into second on the play.
Now back, the center fielder, Charles Burns.
In now, Charles Burns. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First delivery to him on the way.
Ball that close.
One 1-0 pitch on the way. That's inside. 2-0.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
Now a spin and a throwback to second, and he'll get back in safely. 1 out, 1 on in a 1-run game.
That's
Ball 3 as he misses low with it here.
3-0 the count.
Jody Boudreau is on deck. Comes with a slider, 3-0, but gets it over for strike 1.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
The 3-1. Seared down the first baseline. And that'll get past his outstretched glove. It's a base hit. As he arrives at second without a play, as a run will score on the play as well.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a one-run game where every pitch is so important. You're one pitch away from a solo, tying the game up. That's not the case now.
Jody Boudreau is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one. Fouled off. Runner at second here with one man out. Try to change of pace with two strikes there, but it misses 1 and 2.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
Lays off 2 and 2 now. Full count now, 3 and 2.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
One out and a runner on second base. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Standing in now, Irving Pike, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Already 4 RBIs in his pocket to this point. Lays off the circle change there. A ball and a strike. 2 out here and a runner at second. A ball and 2 strikes now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. Or the run will score in the inning on this RBI double. Home half of the ninth coming up. The Greyhounds are out in front 6-4. Keith Wade is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth. Set for the bottom of the ninth, and standing in is the veteran outfielder Brian Cannon.
Hey, it's never easy scoring runs against a closer, but this lineup is setting up perfectly right now as the leadoff hitter leads off this inning.
In there for strike one.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
Here comes the 0-1. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, not normally a good plan to throw 3 consecutive sliders in a row. This guy's slider is so good, I think he might throw it again.
Oh, and 2, here it comes.
Hey, 3 foul balls in a row right here, searching for that put-away stuff.
Here's another 0-2. Slapped hard the opposite way. Boudreau is there, 1 away.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Settling in now, Michael Lopez. The pitch. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
3-1 count, tying run on the on-deck circle. You have to be very careful right here to make a quality pitch on 3-1.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. There's a well-hit ball out to right center field. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
That's what you call a clutch piece of hitting. Down 2 runs, he puts himself in scoring position and brings the tying run to the plate. We'll see what they do with the base open here. This one's getting interesting.
Digging in, Tiny Ryan. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
Here's the first pitch to him. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
The 1-0 is in there for strike 1. High and wide. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. From the belt, the pitch. Grounded to third. He's got it on to first, and there are 2 down.
The catcher, number 2, Mike Hayes.
Now at the plate, Mike Hayes. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Set and the pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
2-run game, last of the 9th with 2 away. A ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
set. Here comes the 1-1. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Oh, and he got a pitch to handle as this ball is hit high in the air and deep. And folks, this ball game is tied. Two-run blast to straightaway right field. And just like that, this ball game is all tied. Into the box, Hal Hale. Swing and a long drive again. This one to deep center. Gone. They walk off winners on back-to-back home runs. Unbelievable. So it's a solo shot to dead center. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
Say better late than never, and that's obviously something that he takes to heart as he puts a charge in one for a walk-off homer. Got to be the best feeling in all of baseball.
Its offensive stars, and in this one he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a multi-hit game, and more importantly, they were big hits. He was a key contributor to the outcome of this one.
And this afternoon's closes at a one-run game, 7-6 today. Tennessee used a 3-run ninth to help propel them to the win. Quentin Walls claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Here now is our final line score. First, for your victorious home team, 7 runs on 9 hits. 2 errors, they left 9 runners on base. For the visitors, 6 runs, 6 hits. 1 error, they left 8 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 45 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.